started looking up places where I could study equine science online, and I found Guelph right away. I was in my hotel room in Namibia, found Equine Guelph, and just signed up for the next semester, and that sort of snowballed. So Equine Guelph gave me a way to tap back into sort of my more traditional academic side, although, learning has been a continuous part of my journey, no matter what I've been doing. The pursuit of knowledge and the transferring of knowledge is always something I've been very passionate about, and that has been really a focal point to my life. But I wanted to learn more, yeah, in an academic context from a reputable institution of higher learning. And yeah, I just thought that that would be the perfect way to keep horses with me no matter where in the world I was, and regardless of the fact that I couldn't physically ride or have horses when I was in my home, which at the time was Thailand. The online experience was really brilliant, and I understand that my situation is quite unique considering where I was specifically and the fact that I was traveling so much. But the fact remains that, we're all busy people. A lot of people have a lot of different things going on. And so for me, although I was in, nice tropical destinations, the online community, which is really what Guelph is, it's not just an online classroom, it's really an online community, gave me a way to connect with people who were like me, who loved horses, no matter in what capacity we were involved with them, from all over the world, and to be able to have that connection and have that foundation where I could amalgamate my love of learning with my love of horses in a way that was very accessible to me, even though my situation was quite atypical, because the courses are all so robust and they impart such knowledge in a very practical sense. The courses also really emphasize welfare throughout. It's always been what is really my motivation when I work with animals is a drive towards improving their welfare. And that's what I do now. And all of the courses, from functional anatomy to nutrition to the equine welfare course, have this underpinning of welfare throughout, which has made them all very impactful to me. All the instructors are really wonderful. They're all brilliant at what they do and genuinely very good people. I feel like I know these people so well, and I think the feeling is mutual for them, but we've not met in person. And that's the thing about these courses, even when I started them, I just thought, like, how is this going to be, is this going to be a personal experience? Am I just going to be left to my own devices to learn? Am I going to feel motivated to continue with the courses? And all of those worries were just instantly relieved, because it is really a genuine connection that you form with the community. So with the facilitators and with the other students, and they're right there. You really genuinely feel like you get to know them. Of course, you have to put in a little bit of effort. You have to be there on the discussion boards, and you can just be quiet in the background if you want. But if you put forth that bit of effort to contribute and to chat and to discuss, I really mean it when I say, although I've not met these people in person, I really feel like I know them, and they've supported me and encouraged me and really lifted me up. So they've given me a lot of courage as well. I don't think I would have had the bravery to leave the life that I cultivated for myself in Thailand and come here and start a new one if it wasn't for them. The course that I'm designing is for the Global Academy of Agriculture and Food Systems at the University of Edinburgh, which is where I have done my postgraduate studies now, following my time at Equine Guelph. And the purpose of the course is to teach folks in the livestock sector, in the agricultural industry, how to use data science to improve the health and welfare of their animals. And so this course is quite similar to Guelph's offering in that it is going to be a high quality course rooted in, rooted in evidence, rooted in science, but made very accessible to a wide diversity of people who don't have to have any foundational knowledge or expertise. It's about taking groups of people from all over the world, and regardless of their backgrounds or their interests or their goals, their reasons for taking part in the courses empower them to make good decisions, to be able to understand all the information that is out there, and not just learn the content of the courses, but to be able to then critically analyze sources of information in order to make decisions themselves and to become more independent and more informed. We need to take good care of our animals, and that in turn means that we will be well taken care of. And the same is true for my course. We want to show people that are making decisions on behalf of livestock that when they can contribute positively towards their health and welfare, that there will then be benefits to their productivity that'll benefit the people that rely on these animals. So there's really a lot of parallels between the two. People that have horses are always trying to do the best for their horses, but sometimes it's difficult to know how to go about doing that. And the courses at Equine Guelph, much like what I hope my course will do, it has nothing to do with someone's starting point. It's all about, again, using the word empowering, because that's really how I think of it all the time, just empowering people to advocate effectively, to make good decisions, to be informed, and to be able to evolve, to move forward with the times and take advantage of the technological opportunities that we're presented with. Sometimes it can feel quite overwhelming, equestrianism and the livestock sector, farming, they're both quite traditional sectors, where the way things have been done is often the way things continue to be done. And it can be quite difficult to find the opportunity to embrace new ways of thinking, which is not to say that the older ways shouldn't continue. It's simply to amalgamate new and old ways together, to evolve, to move forward, to adapt. And so programs such as ours and Equine Gulfs hopefully help to facilitate things a little bit, to create opportunity so that those that want to perhaps introduce some new ways of doing things know where to start in a way that is logical for them and accessible, that doesn't require a ton of time, a ton of money, a ton of anything. You can simply take them because you like horses, whether or not you have them, whether or not you're going to have them. If you love your job, great. This doesn't have to be a professional endeavor. It can simply be out of desire to learn. The courses are not overly complicated. They're not a massive time investment, and they are also very malleable. So the courses cater to everyone, not just people like me that have academic aspirations and are looking for a career change and a whole new life. The courses, can really be adapted, and they are adapted to every single person that takes them. There's a lot of flexibility in how you approach them in topics of assignments and discussions. So if somebody is listening to this or reading this and like you don't really relate to me, but you still want to do the courses, then that's perfect. That's great. And that's part of why the courses are so great, because there's so many different people with different aspirations and different goals, and none of them are better than anyone else. It's not better to want to be academically inclined. It's not better to want a barn full of horses. It's not better to want it to be your career. It's, just good if you are just wanting to take the course. I was nervous. I wasn't sure if I could do it. I knew that I had been quite academically minded in the past, but I didn't know, I didn't know what was going to come of it. And you don't have to know that endpoint. I didn't know that I would end up, working in higher education. I didn't know that I would end up as a teaching fellow and a welfare researcher and a course designer. I didn't know that at the time. I just knew that I wanted to start. And that's all that really matters. If you just want to start,